Hello, class. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Today we are going to tackle a topic that, well, sometimes it gives students a little bit of trouble. But please, don't you worry. By the end of our little lesson today, you will all be masters. We are talking about integers.
Now, I want you to be honest with me. When you see a minus sign in front of a number, does your brain sometimes just freeze up a little bit? It's okay. It happens to so many students. But I promise you, there is a very, very simple way to understand all of it.
And you know what the secret is? It's something we all understand very, very well, and that's money. Yep, if you can understand having money and owing money, I promise you, you can understand integers perfectly. Acha? So let's begin.
Okay, so let's get right into it. This slide here shows the most important rule for today. Think of it this way. Positive numbers, that's the money you have in your pocket, right? The money in your piggy bank. It's all yours. But negative numbers, well, that's a debt. It's money that you owe to someone else. Simple, isn't it? Positive is what you have, negative is what you owe. Got it? Good.
Chillo, let's put this into practice now with our very first lesson. Adding a negative number, it's exactly like something you do almost every day, spending money. So let's look at Priya's story. She has a crisp 100 rupee note in her wallet. That's a positive 100. Now, she's feeling a little bit hungry, so she goes to the canteen and buys a yummy hot samosa for 20 rupees. Now think about it. When she buys that samosa, she is adding a debt of 20 rupees to her day. So the equation is her positive 100 plus a negative 20. Now before I show you the answer, what do you think it is? It's simple canteen maths.
Of course, it's 80 rupees. She had 100, she spent 20, so she has 80 left. Very, very good.
So, here's the really important part, our first big rule. Adding a negative number is just a fancy way of saying simple subtraction. That's it. Positive 100 plus negative 20 is exactly the same thing as 100 minus 20. See? Easy.
Okay, brilliant. Let's move on to our next lesson and see what happens when things get a little more complicated. What happens if you are already in debt, and then you have to borrow even more money?
So let's meet Arjun. Arjun is in a bit of a pickle. He already owes his friend 50 rupees for a notebook, so his balance is minus 50. Then, oh dear, he forgets his pen and has to borrow another 10 rupees, so he's adding another debt to his first debt. His equation is negative 50 plus negative 10. His debt is just getting bigger and bigger.
And his total debt is now 60 rupees. But look closely, notice that minus sign. That is very, very important. He doesn't have 60 rupees, he owes 60 rupees, so it's minus 60. And this brings us to our second amazing rule. When you are adding numbers and the signs are the same, in this case they were both negative, you just add the numbers together, 50 plus 10, and you keep the sign so it stays negative. Simple.
Okay, everyone, now listen up. Pens down for just a moment and all eyes on the screen, please. This is the part that can sometimes confuse people. But I promise you, with our money example, it's going to become crystal clear. We are going to talk about subtracting a debt.
So here's Ishan. He owes his mother 100 rupees. Maybe for a new video game, who knows? So his current balance with his mom is negative 100.
But look at this. Ishan has been a very good boy. He finished all his homework on time. So his mom is so happy and she says something wonderful. She says, "I am taking away 30 rupees of your debt." Now pay close attention to that phrase, taking away debt.
So just think about it for a second. Is taking away a debt a good thing or a bad thing? It's a good thing, right? It makes your balance better. It improves your situation. That's why subtracting a negative, taking away a debt, is the same as adding a positive. His debt went from minus 100 and now it's only minus 70.
Right. I think you are all really getting it now. So, are you ready for a quick test? A little pop quiz to see what you've learned? Don't worry, it will be fun.
Okay, first question. Imagine you're in a big building, maybe in Delhi, with lots of underground parking. You get into the elevator on floor minus 3. That's the third basement. You press the button to go up 8 floors. What floor do you get out on? Think about it. You're starting at minus 3 and you're adding 8.
The 5th floor? Very good. You go up 3 floors just to get to the ground and then 5 more floors up from there. Excellent.
Okay, last one. This should be super easy for you money experts now. Aditi has a very nice balance of 500 rupees in her bank account.
That's a positive 500. But then the bank charges a small fee of 25 rupees. So they're taking away money or adding a negative. What is her new balance?
475 rupees. Exactly. It's just simple subtraction. See, I told you, you are all brilliant.
Wonderful work today, class. Just wonderful. Before we finish, let's quickly summarize everything we've learned. This is your final takeaway, so listen carefully. Okay, remember our 3 golden rules. Rule number 1, adding a negative is just simple subtraction. Rule number 2, if the signs are the same, like 2 negatives, just add the numbers and keep that sign. And rule number 3, the tricky one, subtracting a negative, which is like taking away a debt, is actually the same as adding a positive.
So, the next time you see a negative number in your maths book, I don't want you to be scared. Just think about money, having it and owing it. And for your homework, just a little something to think about. Where else in your daily life do you see positive and negative numbers at play? Maybe with temperatures or scoring in a game? Have a think about it. That's all for today. Well done, class.